we're here at it again. Just to recap, we mistimed our previous trade early this morning. We had correctly predicted or analyzed uh, uh, based on previous patterns that the candlesticks were pretty much moving in the channel defined by these two lines, right? So basically there are points of resistance. So it's bouncing here, going back up, bouncing up top, going back up. We entered the trade incorrectly, meaning we were stopped out. We were looking to get 364 pips. It did go in the correct direction, but again, one of the important things to do is that we must enter the trade. Our timing is pretty important when trading, very important. Unfortunately, I think we entered this trade just about here, and it's about here, I think, and we were stopped out, and then it went back up. So generally speaking, when you're entering a trade, you want to do it just about here, just as the breakout was happening. We definitely knew there was going to be some movement. When you look here, the candlesticks are compressed, Bollinger Bands are compressed. MACD was just moving straight along as well, and as you can see, for the ADX, everything was tight. Then you had the breakout. Everything is showing a breakout simultaneously right here. Alright, so also you see it in our moving average line, everything showing simultaneously, so there's a breakdown. Alright, so just as we suspected that it would pretty much touch the, or go as close as possible to the to our points of resistance, we suspect it's going to be coming back down as well. We still have to keep in mind, one of the first things that you have to do is that you have to pay attention to the markets, to the calendar of activities, what's going to be happening during the week. We knew that Fed was going to be speaking. That will have happened on Tuesday, and obviously we are doing the Euro USD, so we'll be paying attention to Euro USD stuff. So for tomorrow, that's Wednesday, then the most important thing that we can see that possibly could move the market is FOMC minutes, right? So that would be on Wednesday, all right? That's Wednesday at 1400. That would be 2 p.m. night time. All right, so so we're looking for the jobless claims. It's coming on Friday, again in the morning, about 8:30. All right, so a lot of movement, a lot of activity will be happening in the market. All right, so again, the market is set up for possibly some movement. We see the contraction again right here. So that's the ADX bands, ADX showing contraction. You want to look for it, that backup for the candlesticks as well to contract, and you'll see to the Bollinger Bands. Right? We're trading for it to go down and get in there early. So let us see if that comes through. We're gonna add our stop loss. Right. So getting at here, we're gonna add our stop loss. And so let's first just add our stop loss. And we are going to add our take profit as well, where we believe it should be going. So let me just check that, make sure everything is where I need it to be. Alright, so again, as I'm saying, we're estimating that it will be coming back down. So we're going for this. And so I stop at 272 pips. It's important to note this is a demo, but we're actually practicing for the real thing. Right? I'm pretty much going, every 1 pip is $2. Alright. So that'll be too much for me. But yeah. Alright. Generally when you're trading, you, as we always say, you like to get an idea of what is happening. So you check what's happening for the month. You realize that the market this year is pretty much choppy. Right? It's going down very gently, but it's choppy, really choppy, as compared to in 2015, 2017. But you notice 2018 was a little bit choppy, but it's really choppy this year. Right? A lot of stuff is happening. Alright. So once you get an idea of what's happening there, generally you go back to daily, and it would zoom in a little bit more. Again, you would use your indicators to give you an idea of when to go in, when to come out. You can't be asleep to the indicator as well. Always believe the candlestick is also the fastest indicator. It's the fastest thing for you to know what's happening. But generally use your indicators to give you that idea when to go in, so as to cut out all the false moves in terms of what is happening. Alright. But again, we can see the market seems to be moving in a channel. You go to 1 hour, to get a better idea of what is happening, and then when you are entering the trade, well, at least for me, that's how I do it. I'd actually going on 5 minutes. Alright. So pretty much I believe that based on our analysis that we came up to previously, I believe that it should hold and the market will go back down and touch the point of resistance which we created right here based on this channel that is happening. Obviously, you can never be a slave to anything in the market. It's just like driving. You have to prepare for the unexpected. So, which means that you can have a breakout going up, you can have a breakout going down, right? All things are saying that generally, if it's the breakout is going to happen, it's more than likely going down. But again, anything can happen, right? So let us see if this trade holds true. If it holds, then we would pick up almost 1,000 pips for this one. I believe my stop loss was set a little bit too tight this early this morning. Hopefully we have corrected that. So let us see how this trade will play out going for the rest of the week. Right? But again, as we see here, we believe, as I said, that it's going to come back down. So let us see. Just follow along with me. This will pretty much what you'll be going through in terms of once you have started to do your stuff. Obviously, you'd have to do some reading, and you'd have to decide how it is that you are going to approach this thing. Everybody have to find their own way, but this is my way, and we're doing a dry run now, and then we're going to do the real thing later on this year as the time comes, right? I mean, as I said before, every athlete has to do practice, and you have to do some hard practice, right? So you try to practice what is going to happen in the real world, and then you would apply those techniques so that it's almost automatic, when you're under the gun and doing what you're supposed to do. So let's see what's happening, and we'll take a look again. Later on in the night to see what is happening. Okay? Alright, so we're out for today. Well, until later.